Hey, what's up guys, Matt here. Today I'll be going through the Inflight 200 June 2018 new releases. These have been released within 4 weeks of the previous releases, which were the May releases, and it's pretty surprising that they have released them so close together. Also, I'll be taking a quick look first though at a couple new J-Swings models. For those who are royal fans, royal family fans, I mean, obviously big day in London today. Prince Harry getting married to Meghan Markle. So I'm producing this video just before they get married. So whether you've seen it, the wedding or not before this video, this is produced about just less than 2 hours before the wedding takes place. And then of course, even bigger than the wedding in my opinion is the FA Cup final, Manchester United versus Chelsea at Wembley, just down the road, kind of. So yeah, obviously hoping for a Manchester United win. I think we'll win. But enough of that. Let's get into these two J-Swings models. Now first up is 1400 China Eastern A330-300 Toy Story livery B5976. Now this was painted not so long ago in this livery, about a month maybe. I'm only guessing very roughly. So it's quite new, which is good to see. 1200, I'm not going to click on it because it's the exact same registration, exact same livery. Now I was skeptical about making a video a couple days back about this J-Swing special release because it did include 3 other models, 2 and 1400, which were the flaps up and flaps down versions of the Qantas 787-9 in the Yam Dreaming livery, which is the new livery that they've got. That was on the Perth London flight and all that kind of stuff. And they also released it 1 to 200 just in the regular flaps up configuration. However, so I was skeptical about it being recalled due to licensing issues because they were under B box, and when it's under B box, it means that they have had licensing troubles, and so what they do is it doesn't taint their brand, J-Swings. So if they do release it and then they get called out on it afterwards, it's not going to look so bad for them. However, Qantas caught on to it quite quickly because obviously J-Swings had troubles initially asking Qantas about the delivery and trying to get a model for it. So it's unfortunately been cancelled, that model, or those 3 models. So that's why I held it off, because I didn't want to say, oh, I'm going to get it, or I recommend you go buy it now because it's going to sell out. It wouldn't matter because no money would have been spent, but I didn't want to put that false thing of get it now and then it's being cancelled, because that would, yeah, it wouldn't look that good. But I would have really liked to have seen that model. I believe it will be released at some point. However, I don't think it'll be J-Swings now due to Qantas finding out about it. Anyway, let's get on to these Inflight 200 models for June. Now we have 18 models, a huge release. First up is the Xiamen Air 737 MAX 8 B1288 is the registration number. Very cool looking livery. China Eastern A340-300 B2384. I would have loved to have seen the 600. I think it would have been a lot more popular in my opinion. But it's cool to see. I will wait for the 600 before I get a China Eastern A340. It's weird because on Flight Radar, A340s, one of the aircraft I always used to try and track and look at, and especially China Eastern. And seeing as they don't have any anymore, it's kind of a shame, as with most airlines are just getting rid of the A340s. We all know why, but it was pretty cool. That was one of the aircraft I always used to track on Flight Radar. China Southern 787-9. It's cool to see that they've put this their 787 livery onto the Dash 9. They've received, or about to receive, I'm not really sure which, their first Dash 9. This is B1242. I'll probably get that one. I'll keep it as a maybe for now, because I have the don't have the Dash 8. I will like the Dash 8 because it does come to Auckland. If the Dash 9 comes to Auckland, I'll definitely get it. It's a highly likely maybe for me. A release we haven't seen since, I believe, 2014. Yeah, because I remember this released the time I was in Washington DC and New York. My first time in both places, actually. And that was in 2014. I remember this model being released around that time. And it's right here, actually. It was Gemini Jets. You can see it on the recommendations, the related products section over here. And so it hasn't been released since then. And JC Wings finally, I thought, will do it because, a lot of people want this model. Still, it's not for me, though. I don't really like Air China's livery on the A340. However, this is B2390, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to get it. That's the point of the re-release, because it was so popular. China Eastern A330-300, B8968. I would like the 200. I don't know if there was a 200 release. No, if there was, I would have already ordered it. I don't think so. Obviously, they won't display all the China Eastern aircraft. I would like the 200 and the 777-300ER. I've ordered so many models. Honestly, I cannot remember if they had been released or not. If they had been, I would have already ordered them. But I have so many models on order, I would have to just go through all my order list and find out if I have it. Sabina A320 OOSNE. Quite plain looking liveries. Romania, yeah, that's Romanian flag, I'm pretty sure. I suspect that they were Romanian anyway. Air New Zealand 777-300ER. Haven't had one of these released in a long time. ZKOKS. I don't really need this, to be honest, because I think it was OKR. That was the first aircraft in this new livery, OKR, and that was delivered directly from Boeing themselves. And so I want to get it because I have OKR, not OKS, and I do want to get as many in New Zealand or New Zealand-based models as possible. So I will get this one. And I would kind of like to see have a model, an New Zealand model, 777 from Inflight, because all my others are Gemini and JC Wings, plus a Phoenix. That was the Smaug livery, which actually JC Wings never released, which is kind of disappointing, but I have to stick with that. SAS 747-200 LNAEO. I'm unable to figure out what it says at the front of the aircraft. Something Vikings. Viking? It looks like the last three letters of that first word of VAR. Anyway, it's a pretty cool aircraft. And you can see they got the flags there, and they look like Christmas presents to me, but there's probably some sort of emblem above them rather than a knot, representing tied up presents. But yeah. Oh, and also it was a shame to hear this morning about the crash in Cuba. About the aircraft. It was no more than 10 kilometers away from Havana Airport, 737-200. Actually just had gone through its checks late last year, I think it was November. But a Mexican-based company, looking good, 1979 aircraft, and it's just unfortunate. I really want to find out what happened to that. Anyway, a brand new airline, of course, Air Italy, which is the subsidiary of, or a subsidiary of, Qatar Airways. And this is their new 737 MAX 8 EIGFY. They've also received their first A330-200, which has been seen at one of the Italian airports. I believe it was Rome. But that's a pretty cool model. I'm not sure about that one, if I would get it. Something to really think about, so it's a maybe for me. Sorry if I'm going to make this video too long. There's actually just been a lot to talk about, not necessarily with this release in particular, but just in general. And it's, I always like, I don't know why. I don't like going off topic and rambling, but I like talking about other things as well as, while I'm looking at the models and things like that. I think, some of the stuff I talk about is interesting. Northwest 727-100 in 467 US, and this is a very, very cool model. I love the polished liveries on some of these older aircraft. They look so cool. However, I won't get this one. I wonder what... Oh, it says Northwest Orient Airlines? Orient. Yeah, maybe it says Orient. It's a bit too small to read for me, because of the resolution size of the image. TGA, Transglobal Airlines, 707-300 in 324F. This must have been a combi. Oh no, sorry. No, yeah, it must have been a combi. Because if that's correct by the picture, then that's, a big cargo door. So what they might do, passengers in the day, cargo at night, kind of like what I believe a couple of New Zealand aircraft did back in the day. At least my granddad was telling me. He was a chief load master for Air New Zealand, and I believe he was saying that they used to do, a couple of aircraft used to do passenger flights in the day, cargo at night. And they just had very minimal turnaround times. Virgin Sun. So a subsidiary, must be a really old subsidiary. A320 GVMED. Unless it's brand new, but never heard of it. Obviously very bright and colourful, lively. So this would be one of their, summer destination planes, fly to some of the islands, I guess. Lanzarote. If they fly there. Las Palmas. Pan Am 747SP N531PA. Clipper Freedom, this was what the aircraft is called. Fantastic looking aircraft. Again, those polished bellies look so good. We finished there, right. Just there's so many models, I was just wondering where we finish. United Friendship livery DC-10-10 in 1816U. Awesome livery, this one. And it was cool to see how they brought it back on one of their A320s, and that I actually saw that in person, because I probably wouldn't consider the aircraft to be as good as I thought it was without actually seeing it in person, because it just looks so much different, so much better, even on an A320. Must get for me. I have just ordered the... I just ordered a couple of Inflight A320s from last month. One was just the standard livery, because I'd flown on a standard livery one, and also the Friendship livery, because I had obviously seen that one. But this is a must get because of the historic importance of this aircraft. And it's nicknamed Sully, of course, this release, because of Chesley Sullenberger, the pilot of the Hudson River, and what he would call a forced water landing rather than a crash landing. This is the US Airways A320 in 106 US, and coincidentally last night they had air crash investigation on of this flight, and I've seen the movie as well, Sully, many times. It's so good. But good old days of when US Airways were part of Star Alliance before that merger. UPS 727-100 in 7279. This is the 1990s livery. and I must say it looks cool. I do prefer the newer livery, but this one looks quite nice. Japan Air System DC9-40. There we go. Internet's a little slow tonight, don't know why. Polish belly JA8439. It's one thing that a lot of Asian or East Asian orientated airlines miss a lot these days is their traditional writing on the fuselage. We know the international language in aviation is English, however, it's still nice to see the traditional writing. ANA removed it. I believe they had it. Eva Air removed theirs, and it'd be cool to see it back. And just like the JC Wing special release, this is the China Eastern A330-300 in the Toy Story livery, B5976. Don't really need it, but it's cool nonetheless. Alright, so that'll be about it for the JC Wing special release and the Inflight 200 June 2018 new releases. It's a very good release from Inflight again. They've done, fantastic with their releases. China Southern is a maybe for me. In New Zealand, definite. Air Italy, maybe. US Airways, definite. So there are 4 models that are on my list. 2 of those I will definitely be getting. Please like this video if you did enjoy. Comment, tell me what you think of this release. Tell me if you're going to get any of these. Subscribe for more. I'm hoping to get more model videos out. I've just, again, as soon as I start to get into a stride, release a couple, get busy. It's, I can't help it, but I wish I could. I will try to bring out, obviously, I obviously want to bring out any new videos as soon as possible. I would like to do it daily. That's impossible. But I do hope you have enjoyed. Please share this video as well so that people know about these models and see if they want to get any of them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.